Hello, everybody. I'm running a little bit late, but that's okay. I'm giving everybody some time to get in here. Y'all already know the deal. Thank you to those of you who have already left me a like. I really appreciate it. And I have a new song I want to drop on y'all today. I don't even think y'all can hear me. I don't even think everybody in the chat right now, if y'all can hear me, let me know. But I don't even think you guys can hear me. If you didn't, once again, hello. How are y'all? Glad to see you. I'm running a little bit late, but thanks again for the likes. I have a new song I want to drop on you guys. It's called Illumination. So I'm gonna try and have you guys hear it in its entirety. Since I use a lot of 808s, it's a little low and like a little, laptop struggling, to play the bass, but that's okay. So before we get into this message, once again, thank you so much to all of you guys that left a like. Shout out to my sponsors. We have a new one today. So welcome, Molly Cabrona. I really appreciate you becoming a sponsor. And on that note, let's fucking kick it. All right, let's see. How are we going to do this? Are we okay? Let's switch it up. Bam. Here we go. Y'all ready? Let's go. Lotus Squad. Hell yes, hot as hell. Okay, I can kind of hear the bass. Hold on. Y'all can hear it, I hope. Hold up. Okay. Oh my God. How y'all do that? Of course, I'm gonna add vocals to all of these tracks. Okay, I'm just making the music first, vocals after. Hey, everybody say hey. All right, y'all. So that was Illumination. I know it was a little bit loud, but again, I'm gonna have to go back in and mix. Well, not mix it, but master it a little bit in the mixer because for some reason my kicks are not that loud, and then I have the the hats. The hats are they're really loud. So I'm gonna have to. I kind of did like a quick job. I did this song within like a couple of hours or less. So I didn't really mix it. So I'll take time to do that. And then hell, I might just play the finished result tomorrow so you guys can hear it in its entirety. Now I'm pretty sure you guys heard it for what it is though now. So I might not have to do all that. But yes, hi everybody. What's going on? So I'm fresh out of a fucking spiritual bath. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm feeling so damn good. And when I was in this spiritual bath, I have to tell y'all, matter of fact, let me get my little bracelets, so I'm feeling complete. I really feel like things that have been holding us back in life, energetically, spiritually, they're now being lifted. And I actually created, and you know what? I'll probably discuss this in a dedicated video, but I made something that could redirect negative energies. We'll talk about that a little bit more in detail down the line. But the angels say the generational curse is broken. And while I was in this bath, I, of course, for some reason, I feel like this album, if you guys want to check out my stuff, you guys can check me out on SoundCloud. I can go ahead and link that for you guys. You guys can go check out all these tracks. I will be adding lyrics, as I stated before, to these, but I've noticed whenever I what the fuck? Oh, I see what happened. Nah, we can't do that. So anyways, back to what I was trying to say. Girl, everything is all over the place right now. Something is trying to fuck with me because it's upset that it has to go. You know what I mean? So it's like these remnants or like these people that know that these curses and these chains are being removed, we're being set free, we're being released. And so I'm sure that a lot of people can sense that. I'm sure that a lot of people are pissed off that their attempts at bringing your vibration down, bringing you down, tearing down your plans, things like that. I know somebody is upset. And I'm pretty sure it's more than one person. But back to what I was saying about the spiritual bath in my music. For some reason, whenever I take a spiritual bath, and this may sound narcissistic, but whatever, I'm just happy with what I've created. And to be honest, my shit doesn't sound like anybody else's shit for good reason. Because, I'm obviously not like anybody else. So that's obvious. But when I listen to my music while I'm in the spiritual bath, I become one with myself and I become one with the music. And, just like Trent Reznor is the founder of 9 Inch Nails. Matter of fact, he was the one that made his own label. He was the one that made his own music. It was really just Trent. And that's one of my inspirations. So when I tell you that I could feel every single song, I don't give a damn how many years I have listened to this man's music. I don't give a damn. I will still cry on certain songs, especially La Mer. I believe that's on year 0, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, so with that being said, that being my inspiration, when I listen to my music, it's like I'm speaking through my songs. And sometimes I wonder if people can pick up on what I'm trying to say. And there's been a couple people, you know, when they listen to certain tracks, they've been pretty spot on. I'm proud of them, you know. But the point is, right, when I take my spiritual bath, you know, I listen to my shit, and it always says something different to me. It's relaxing. I can meditate to that music. So really, I could have an EP without vocals, and then I can have an EP with vocals, which is what I planned on doing anyway. And I can just fuck with the music by myself, you know, whenever I'm meditating. But then I could like have like a real album, you know what I mean, for the squad. I'm coming up with some ideas, but that's all I'm gonna say on that part. That part. But when I say the angels say the generational curse is broken, that's gonna piss a lot of people off. And I can see it. And you know what? Mini story time. Guys, raise your hand in the motherfucking chat, boy, if y'all ready to hear the story time, because this coincides with what I'm explaining, you know, when it comes to you finally breaking free, releasing yourself, removing the shackles and the chains from your mind, body, and spirit, severing all soul ties, severing all karmic connections, severing all attachments to addiction, severing all attachments to lower vibrational emotions, guilt, fear, sadness, anger, what have you. All of this is being purged right now. And while we are purging, we will not see immediate effects. Just like when you pray or just like when you meditate, it doesn't just happen. It's not like TV where you're like, on, you know, something, when God and Leviosa, you know, it's not like that. You know, you can't be like Hermione. You can't be like Hermione and pick up your wand and just cast your fucking shit. It doesn't work like that. I'm trying so hard to explain this to people, right? But they don't get it. They don't understand. And I try, you know, but then we got to bring it back to professional Lotus. Y'all know I got multiple voices. Y'all know I'm an actress. Y'all know I'm lit. Y'all know I'm lit. I always stay lit, and people can't stand that. And sometimes when we're in the middle of being lit, right? Sometimes when we're in the middle of being lit, in more ways than one, I hope y'all was picking up what I was putting down. I'm pretty sure y'all picked it up. But people really don't like that. Matter of fact, okay, I have too many story times before we get into this reading. I'm telling you guys, you will understand when I explain it. So we're going to start off with what happened earlier this morning, right? So, I'm going out, you know, it's freaking 125 degrees, right? I'm dying, I'm sweating, you know, I'm dressed down. I don't have my makeup on because it would be a waste. You're going out there, your face melts off, and people are looking at you like, oh, you know, I would look at myself and be like, oh no, baby, you should have left that shit at home. So I you know, I was dressed down, you know, I wasn't really trying, you know, because for what? I had shit to take care of around the house. You know, I was adulting, doing housewife duties, blah, blah, blah. So one of those duties included going to the grocery store. So I'm walking, I'm jamming my shit, you know, I'm all happy, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna get my shit done. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna post readings. You know, I go in the store and I finally get everything I need. I walk up to, you know, the line or whatever, and I recognize one of the cashiers. I always am at the store, guys. So when I tell you these people know me, they know me. When I walk in, they're like, you know, they can't help but smile. It was kind of cute because, you know, I made a couple of people smile. I was like, hey, mama. She just like, it was like she was a baby. Like I saw her inner child and she just beamed. It was just pure happiness. Usually she's looking like this, you know, like life is over, life is meaningless, you know. And so I try to go in there, right? You know, even though I don't know these people, I try to go in there and have a conversation, you know, say, hey, you all right? Everything good? You know, da-da-da-da-da. And so, you know, I just try to make everything a lot more light, right? Because we're all going through shit, you know what I'm saying? So why add to it? But people love to add to it. So anyways, let me get back to the point. So after I reached the line, right? And I'm like, oh, hey, there's another lady that I know. And I was like, hey, girl, you looking cute today? And she was like, thank you, boo. And she was like, how are you? I said, I'm good, girl. You know, I'm just over here finally getting my life together. How are you? And so, of course, we're having a conversation. Well, there was another cashier behind her that I also know. Keep in mind, I'm always in the store, y'all. So it's like I might as well be a fucking celebrity, right? You know, so I'm walking in, you know, and she's like, you know, I was like, well, I said hi to her actually instead of her saying to me. And she goes, oh, she kind of like cocked her head and looked at me and she was like, oh, hey. And I was like, how you been? And I noticed it, but I didn't let it affect me because it had nothing to do with me. It's not about my bread. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I was like, you know, I picked up what she was putting down, but you know, she was blase. She was just telling me how her day was. So anyways, then she has the nerve while I go back to talking to the lady at the register that I was originally in line for, right? Because this lady was behind her in the register behind her. She kind of like cuts off what we were talking about. I know she can hear us. And I know she saw that I was talking to her. So she just kind of like calls out, right? And she was like, hey, you know, you're darker. And I kind of just like, honestly, I'm kind of proud of myself on how well I didn't let it show on my face. I didn't even feel it. Like something like that would probably like, because it catches you off guard, right? So something like that would probably like, boom, like it feels like your heart's starting to race and, you know, you're starting to boil. You know, you were probably about here, right? But then they had to go ahead and step it down. And so now your anger is stepping it up. And that's not what they want to step up. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, so I'm like, okay. And I immediately just kind of came up with something that was not emotionally charged. It wasn't offense, you know, but I did notice that. And I was kind of thinking, well, what the fuck is wrong with that? Yeah, bitch, it's 125 fucking degrees outside. I'm tanning, bitch. I'm out in the sun. Then she said something about the ocean. I'm just thinking, bitch, why say that? And who gives a fuck if I'm darker? You want to know what I told that lady before I walked out? I said, I know I'm getting, you know what? I said, okay, I'll be lighter in the winter. So I kind of made a joke about it, right? But then I kind of followed it up with, because I just had to say something. I followed it up with, you know, and I know I'm dark right now, girl, but I still look good, okay? So, you know, what was the purpose in saying that? So just little shit like that. Here you are trying to chop it up. You're talking about how's your day. And another person's like, how is your day? And then you're just like together talking about your day. And then somebody just comes up with that dumb shit for no reason. Like nobody pays you to say the shit that you're saying. So I just kind of brushed it off and I left it at that. I said what I had to say. Look, I'm getting hyped. Y'all see it. But it's, you know, okay, listen, one of my biggest pet peeves is stupid people. I can't do it. I can't do it. You're too old. You're too old, bro. You're older than me. Talking to somebody like that, you have no home training. You have no social, like, education, right? You have no etiquette. Like, what? That's rude. Like, okay, I know, bitch. I look in the mirror every day. So what? It's called the sun, bitch. Have you been outside? My God, girl, I sat under the set. Listen, y'all, I was sitting outside, right? And I was waiting for the bus. And it was only about, I shit you not, this is not an exaggeration. And no, I'm not embellishing when I say this. I was sitting in the direct sunlight for literally 10 seconds. And yo bitch started to thoroughly perspire. And so I'm looking down and I'm like, you know, I know it's not raining. I know it's not raining, but all this moisture. And then I looked up at the sun for as long as I could, that is, because, you know, it's just, the sun's just like, yeah, you know, I'm the fucking sun, you know, here I am, bitch. Look at me, bitch. Feel me? And it's like, damn, I had to look up at the sun and be like, son, bro, like, I'm literally like, if like this street was like just a giant smoker, I would be cooked, my dude. I would be matter of fact, I would be crispy, right? I said, son, why the perspiration? This is not, you know, this is not good for me, please. And I started calling on the clouds. I'm like, God, please please just put the clouds in front of the sun, for the duration of when I'm sitting outside. And you know what? God does it. I'm telling you, ask and ye shall receive. Now, the second story time, okay? Because y'all know I love my story times. Matter of fact, I should start fucking doing this shit. You know what? Fuck it. I am going to start doing this shit. And I think I'll do it live because fuck it. All right, here we go. So the second story, everybody fucking pop your fucking popcorn. I want you to get your motherfucking tea, right? Or you can put water in here. You can put juice. You can put your smoothie in here, whatever the fuck you want to do. But all I want everybody to know is, bitch, Lotus Squad. When we come for that ass, we're coming for that ass because we're getting our revenge, and our revenge is in the form of success, bitch. But back to what I was saying. So the second story, right? I remember I was telling you guys about someone that lives near me named Wishy Washy, right? You know how I always talked about how Mistress Lotus Designs on teespring.com, right? I don't sell Wish Wash detergent, right? And I'm wondering why he would approach me with the Wish Wash detergent, with the empty bottles, looking at me like, hey, do you happen to be able to restock or something like that? But back to the point, right? So I decided that Wishy Washy is canceled, right? With a capital C, you guys. He's not canceled with a lowercase c. That's passive. Now we're getting canceled with the capital C. That is final. There is some finality to that, right? There was one time, right? And mind you, this guy always, he's always bitching about something. 1 minute he's good, he's hot, and 1 minute he's cold. And, he's just using people for money, for his alcohol and all this other shit, right? Do you know what this man, I'm so proud of myself today, you guys. And if you guys can relate to these stories, then just listen and take what resonates and leave the rest, girl. But when I tell y'all, for the first time in my life, I had my headphones in my ears. I was jamming my music. I was taking care of my business. I wasn't really fazed by any of that shit because he tried to stop me twice after I had already made it clear that I was done. And I told him to his face, right? And we're not going to talk a long time about this, but the fact that I live near this person makes it a little bit more difficult for me to be able to feel comfortable. Because, you shouldn't be coming into my space, period. But little things like that, people that know that you're done and people that are maybe even energetically or spiritually finding out that you're done, right? People that are trying to send psychic attack, people that are trying to astral project to you in your dreams and then fuck with your head and then have you wake up in a bad mood. Trust me, this is not paranoia. This is real shit. When you start noticing shit like that and you finally pull away, these people will not like it. But the one thing I will say is the only thing I'm concentrated on is my motherfucking squad, Lotus Squad, bitch, because that's why I'm drinking out of this today, girl. And secondly, I'm just worried about moving to a safer, bigger, warm, loving home for me and Poppy. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. I'm not even getting. Have y'all noticed while I'm telling this story, I actually like the excitement and energy behind the first story. You saw how it kind of tapered off because you want to know why? I'm done. And when I said I'm done, that's what I mean. So I don't need you to try and talk to me when I have headphones in and I'm not looking you in your eye, right? Some people will try to challenge you that way. Some people are still watching some of us through our social media without us knowing because they're under some random name and they probably didn't even add us. They didn't even try to message us. They're just watching us. Here's another story time. I'm telling you, all of this is relative. Just bear with me. The cards will be out in a second. Third mini story, because I didn't even realize it. There's this dude, I won't say no names, but we're just going to call him Thirsty, right? So Thirsty, me and Thirsty used to talk a lot, I was like, you know what, Thirsty, sometimes you really do quench my thirst, and he's like, yeah, no problem, you're pretty cool too, right? So we're chopping it up, we're getting along, everything's good, but then he starts talking about the females that he's with, and then he starts talking about, always trying to drag me into drama, and then I just stopped responding. Then it got to the point to where he was trying to tell me that he wanted to be with me, which a lot of guys have said that. But then when they get with with me and they understand that I'm not going to take no fucking shit. I suck a mean D. I fucking cook like a motherfucker. I throw down in the kitchen and on the grill, and I keep my shit clean. I'm a mother right now, and I'm a wonderful mother because my son's behind me and he sleeps with me every night, and I give him kisses on his belly, and my baby knows he's loved because he eats before I do. But I'm just saying, I'm a talented person. I'm beautiful. I'm funny as fuck sometimes. Sometimes while I'm in the midst of telling my jokes, I'm like, oh, people aren't going to like it. But then when I go back and listen, I'm like, oh, yo, this is actually kind of entertaining. Like, I'm entertaining myself, as I always have. But back to the point, right? Right, that was a mouthful. I got to quench my thirst. We got to get back to thirsty, right? This is what thirsty needs to do. Okay, they need to hydrate because there is something completely wrong if, bitch, you've been blocked 4 times. You don't need to keep making the same profile and hitting me up. When you're blocked 1 time, shouldn't that be an indication that I don't give a fuck about you? Shouldn't it be an indication that when I leave your message on read purposefully so you know that I saw it and you also know that I blocked you without a response? That is a response. Sometimes no response is the response. Why are you contacting me 5 times? Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my motherfucking mouth? Chris Tucker looking ass. What the fuck? Right? I know y'all feeling my energy. How many of y'all in the chat right now? Tell me if y'all can feel it. And tell me what you feel, because I know you can. And that's another thing. When you guys have such great power within yourself and you have no shame in being who you are, when you feel like it, you don't give a fuck what anybody says, just like I don't. I will continue to not give a fuck because I used to get bullied and I used to give a fuck. And it made me miserable and it made me hate life and it made me want to leave this planet. But you know what? I found self-love. I love my light body. I love my shadow self. And I believe in teaching other people to do the same. Not just talking about soulmates and twin flames and all this other bullshit. We need to start talking about the real shit. We need to start talking about consciousness. We need to start talking about real spirituality because it ain't all light and it ain't all dark. You have to know your enemy. You have to know the beast. And sometimes you even have to be the beast to be able to defeat the beast. So yeah, we're flawed. We're human. We make mistakes. We fuck up, but it doesn't mean that that's who we are. It doesn't define us, especially if you know your intentions have always been good. I know who I am. I make people smile every day because that's all I want to do. I love making people laugh because I like to fucking laugh. I laugh all the time. Guys, check out Mistress Lotus Gaming because I'm going to be coming out with some hilarious ass fucking skits on that too. So the fun never stops. That's what I'm telling you guys. The fun never stops. But we get real here too. We have to stand our ground in front of bullies, guys. High school didn't end after we graduated. High school is still happening. Guys, have you ever noticed that? People with the high school tactics and all this other stuff. Have you guys noticed that we never left, right? And they expect me to be the same, people pleasing, self-deprecating, nope, bitch. I'm going to continue to glow up because that is what the fuck I was meant to do. God has given us a purpose and I'm going to motherfucking live it. And no man is going to fucking tell me any damn thing. And no man is going to play with my head. And no woman's going to play with my fucking head. Nobody, never again will I ever allow anybody to fuck with my head and to fuck with my heart. Never will I let anybody make me lose myself in them when they made me love them. Maybe it is that I saw what I wanted to see in certain people and I loved them because I felt like, maybe they needed me. I was trying to save everybody. Now I'm going to save my fucking self and I'm going to save the squad. I'm going to save those that come to me. I'm done messing with these people. Guys, if you're running into this energy, and I know sometimes it can, it can come off a little bit heavy, shit that we talk about, but this is real shit. If we never address it, it never changes. But if you're facing people like this, I want you to remember all the story times I told y'all today. I know it was a lot. I literally just gave y'all like 4 different stories. Right? But it's all relative. You need to stand up for yourself. No matter what anybody says, no matter if anybody calls you crazy, no matter if people pretend not to understand where you're coming from, right? Because people love to pull that crazy card, right? So, with that being said, the angels say the generational curse It's broken. Look, I got too hype, y'all. Ooh, I feel like I'm in my own sermon. Praise him. Praise him. Okay. So let's get into this, guys. Everybody in the chat right now, should I use the Egyptian Tarot deck or the Starman Tarot? Everybody right now, 1 for Starman, 2 for Egyptian. Drop the motherfucking numbers. There's 21 motherfuckers up in here, guys. Don't make me wait. Don't make me wait. Hey, girl. I was wondering where you were at. Okay, so somebody already said 2. Everybody's saying 2. We got 4 on 2 and 2 on 1. 5 on 2 and 2 on 1. We already see what's winning. 6 on 2 and 3 on 1. 4. Okay, it's kind of even. Everybody's like, all right, girl, stop counting everything. All right. So since we have more Egyptian than Starman, guys, we're going to use the Egyptian. Girl, I was trying to make this fun so everybody can fucking get in on the fucking chat. 1, 2, 3. Stinking ass, girl. I know you don't care. Shit. All right, let's go, everybody. Let's go. All right, here we go. Gods and goddesses, what messages do you have for the collective? And what messages do we need to see? What messages do we need to see, gods and goddesses? What messages do you have for the collective? Give me a Celtic cross. Show us what we need to see. Also, to those that are new to the channel and new to the chat, welcome to the Lotus Squad and welcome to the live stream. It's a pleasure to have you. I really appreciate the support. Once again, thanks so much for the likes. That's one way to show your support, and it don't cost shit, right? But I really do appreciate the love, you guys. I'm glad this is a space where everybody can be themselves and, not have to feel, so misunderstood or ignored or, rejected or what have you. Some of us may be having a better time now being on our own than we do around people. Maybe we're just having to accept that, and this is beautiful, we're just going to have to accept, because it says it all, that all the answers that we have are within us. So we really don't need to be overindulging in anything particularly spiritual when it comes to overdoing the tarot readings. And I do mine daily just because I enjoy doing it, But my thing is, if it becomes obsessive or anything of that nature, or when, you start to feel like you intuitively know what you spiritually need to do to break said generational curse, then keep in mind, trust that inner compass. It is leading you and guiding you to where you need to be, and you know what you need to do. Some of you guys may have come from a religious family here where they may be Bible thumpers, or maybe they are extremely judgmental and rigid, overly conservative. They're not understanding of other people's viewpoints. They don't respect the fact that other people are entitled to their own beliefs and that other people are entitled to their own opinions, regardless of whether they disagree or agree. But the fact of the matter is, if you love whoever you say that you love, but yet you're willing to estrange your child from you or estrange a family member because of said disagreement or because of said differences, especially considering racism, that comes to mind for some reason, religious differences, political differences, or what have you. You don't have to listen to every single thing that, especially if you listen to other readers or just readers in general. Hell, this could apply to me for some of you. I don't know. But what I see here is that you don't have to abide by what other people feel you should be. You don't have to think the way other people feel you should think. You don't have to say or believe any of the things that other people around you may be trying to tell you should believe and think and do or whatever, say. You don't have to listen to this. Everything within you, let it guide you. But you have to be very aware of this aspect of yourself. So you have to do some soul searching. You've got to dig deep. You've got to address your shadow self. You've got to do the dirty work. You got to do the hard work. You've got to go into the darkness, just like a butterfly within a cocoon, or just like when a bird is in an egg, even, it's kind of like you're in an egg, and it's kind of funny why I use that reference, because it's not necessarily a metamorphosis. It's not like they're going from one thing, such as a caterpillar, going into another, but still we're born through darkness, right? And so that can be very symbolic of what needs to happen here. Some of us are deciding to cut off family in general because there have been so many abusive things done in the family. It could have a lot to do with, either divorce getting in the way, or, infidelity getting in the way. Maybe we watched some of our parents be codependent, whether that's financially, emotionally. They always needed to be needed. They always tried to save everybody. And therefore we may have taken on that complex, but now we're starting to rebel against that kind of energy. And so now, even with relationships where there's been a breakup here, and we may have idealized the person that we were, in a romantic partnership with, we may have idealized even certain friendships or even family, as well. Hell, everybody involved. Now we're reevaluating things now that we're coming into this energy of self-love and self-discovery. And it's going to take this rebellion that we're finally taking a stand to move forward and do our own thing, regardless of what anyone else thinks. So especially romantically, though, I do see that whether you're dealing with divorces or, legal issues, having to fight the person you're trying to divorce, or having to get money for the children, or what have you, it seems like somebody has been trying to do underhanded things. Maybe they're fabricating evidence, or maybe they're using loopholes. Maybe they're paying a lot of money for a lawyer that's guaranteed to win, and they're just buying somebody off. Somebody that's just unscrupulous. There could be some spiritual advisors here that take people's money and don't provide a service, and then they end up blocking you and ignoring you. Yet they may have a lot of fans here, but there could be a scandal going on with that. Now somebody's facing some legal battles with that, or somebody may finally decide to stand up to said bully and pursue this legally. There's a lot of things that I'm seeing here, especially when it concerns family, when it comes to inheritances. Now everybody is probably, their dark side has come out full force, and you may have felt like, wow, I thought I was really close to this person. I thought I knew this person, but really they just want the money. Really, all they care about is themselves, and we're tired of dealing with those around us where we're feeling like our kindness is being taken for weakness. So again, we're going to have to rebel. We're going to have to rise against. We're going to have to stop doing what we used to do. And now we're doing something completely different. Follow that. You're doing the right thing, especially if you guys are, dealing with any self-doubt, or, you're dealing with a lot of people that may have doubted you in the family, people that never said that they were proud of you, people that never said that they loved you, or never gave you the support you needed, or that's, that support, of course, to help you with said self-esteem, although the esteem has a lot to do with the self, hence why it's self-esteem. But as a child, and during the developmental stages, your brain's not developed, and we're only, we have access to who, our parents, our family, so these things are imprinted onto our psyche. Hell, even things genetically can be passed down through the DNA itself. It is encoded within the DNA. But if we get down to the nitty gritty of all of that and go into our souls, we can break free of even the shackles of the encoding within our very DNA. So trust yourself. You can't always, just be careful when you guys are listening to spiritual advisors. Just watch out in general. Be sure to use discernment. And if you need to do your own research, do your own research. If there's something you haven't spoken up about, spiritual advisors, then somebody's about to stand up today. So move forward with that. Don't doubt yourself. I see that we're not really getting involved in the hoopla around us. So we're not allowing other people to let their pettiness affect us, because we are only focused on the glow up, keep glowing up 2K19. This is a movement, and this is what people are saying now. We've made a change within ourselves. We're making changes in people, places, and things. And I remember my papa used to always tell me that, especially during my my bout with addiction. It was bad, you guys. He saw me at rock bottom, and I can say I was blessed to have him in my life because he really did show me what love is. So that's one light at the end of the tunnel. Guys, try to find something good, at least some good memory of said family situation. If you are currently dealing with some purging of that, just let yourself feel what you're feeling, but try to find some good things where you can kind of just laugh and be like, well, I can take this and leave the rest, right? Especially with this Five of Wands reversed, with us being so laser focused now on what we want, what matters to us, what our passions are, when it comes to living situations, when it comes to, just wanting a fresh start altogether. And we're going out and doing that. That's what we're focused on. We're not worried about what anybody else has to say. We're not worried about how anybody feels about it. We've been there, done that, and we're never going to do it again. So it is what it is. And I feel like a lot of people are they're really intimidated by it. And there are some people that thought that we would always be at rock bottom. There are some people that are really getting worried because, if everybody sees that we are rising above the fray, we are doing better without the people that tried to do smear campaigns and send their flying monkeys and, all these different things. Now, everybody's able to see the proof is in the pudding. So whether they talk to us or not, whether they get it through word of mouth, whether they see it on our page, whether other people start gossiping about what we're doing and people just happen to, just either follow us and, silently lurk trying to get information, all these different things. Now people, they can't help but see the truth and what it is, not what they're claiming things and people to be, right? So then everyone starts to see, oh, okay, this person's doing better without the other person that's been talking shit the whole time. So maybe it was the person that's been trying to tear this other person's reputation down. Maybe it was them all along, because that person over there that just likes to talk shit all day, is not doing very well. They're not doing very well. I'm hearing in denial. Listen to your intuition. Like I said, everything is already within you. Here it is, light and dark. This is what the High Priestess represents. She's in between both pillars of light and dark. And then she's nestled in the center, which also represents the gray area. And there's a book of secrets within her. You know how we discussed the coding in the DNA? That is real shit. I mean, think about it. Whether generational curses can be passed down, anything can be passed down. Knowledge, wisdom, especially when we have help with our ancestors, especially when we have help from, the spiritual realm. We're always praying. We're always cleansing ourselves. We're always, what I mean? We're staying a step ahead of the game because, it's not always all about logic. And it's not always all about emotion. Sometimes we have to blend all three, just like the light, the dark, and the gray, with the spiritual, the intuition, the things that cannot be seen, the things that cannot be read in a book. Although she's holding a book, she still has knowledge of what's not in that book. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like people are starting to see that we're now keeping to ourselves. All these people with hidden agendas, we see through it. We see past the veil. We're staying silent about our plans. Some of us may be having trouble with that. Don't tell anybody anything else. Don't tell them your next move. Don't tell them what you want to do. Don't tell them what you would like to do. Just do it, and then you can talk about it. Do it first, and then you can talk about it, because then they can't know your next move to try and sabotage it. If you stay silent about what it is you want to do or what you're going to do, everybody's going to be freaking out. Then they're going to start trying to mess with you spiritually, or then they start trying to send psychic attack because they can't reach you like they used to anymore. But we gave them that power. And we are now empowered with that knowledge that we are the ones that have always wielded the power and responsibility of our lives and our choices and the people that we have in it. The things we choose to ingest or pay attention to. There's definitely somebody here. And I don't know who this is, you guys. Maybe it'll come out later in the wash, but I'm really sensing that there is a spiritual advisor in our community. I don't know who it is specifically. It could be multiple people. Somebody is doing fucked up shit to people, robbing people blind. Seriously. And nobody's talking about it, probably because of that person's popularity, or probably because the other person has bullied them, made them, fearful, or what have you. Something is going on here. It could even be witches or people that are trying to do spiritual works. They're not who they say they are. They're not real. Somebody's paying for views, bro. That's crazy. This has nothing to do with these cards in particular, you guys. When I read these cards, that's what people don't understand. Oh, yeah, it's real. It's real. I mean, think about it. Think about the story times that I just got through talking about. I know all of it is relative. All of it. Something's not right. If you guys know what's going on, or if you hear about it, somebody better stand up and do something about it, because it's going to continue to happen. I see some Taurus energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with this energy, that it could be this person, or maybe you guys have Taurus in your chart and you're picking up on it intuitively, that somebody is not doing right, somebody's off. And you know what? I'm not going to say no names, but there are a couple I've listened to that do sound off. It could be an earth sign specifically. I'm not sure. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. It could also be a situation where we're dealing with a fatherly figure, or somebody in the workplace who's doing all of this BS, playing with your money, stealing money, using people for money. They're abusive. Again, we already discussed the abuse in the home, having to overcome that, having to overcome the generational curses that have been imprinted upon us through said parenting, or through whoever raised us, or whatever's going on. Somebody is sending psychic attack, especially in the family, people around you in general, in all of your relationships. Everybody is freaking out because they know they don't have a hold anymore. That's what's going on. They were so used to being able to abuse, use, and all these other things, but now somebody's standing up to them, and somebody's not happy. This person likes to manipulate people, make them feel sorry for you, for them. All these sob stories all the time. Oh, my life's all fucked up. Oh, my childhood's fucked up. And, trying to use that as an excuse as to why they do the things that they do, the fucked up things that they do. Or hell, they may not even talk about it. They just like to manipulate your emotions. They like to play with your head. They want you to feel as bad as they do about themselves. They want you to feel that about yourself. Something's not right. When it comes to money and spiritual advisors, or especially legal battles, somebody's trying to hide something, and it's going to come out. See, this is why I run my business the way I do. And I'm going to pause for a second. No customers can fucking sit here and tell you that I have never provided them a service. There were times when I may have been late because other things were going on in my life. I don't have to hide that. But nobody, even when I did my tarot course, right, which is a lot, readings, getting a spiritual bath kit, getting a spell done, nobody can say that I've never provided them the service that they paid for. Period. I do this for a reason. I'm here to heal people, and I don't give a damn if it's one person at a time, but God damn it, I'm going to do it because that's what I'm here for. I finally have a purpose. So I'm going to fucking do it, but I'm also going to call out people that do not. They are false prophets. They tell you what you want to hear, or they scare you telling you shit that probably isn't really happening just to get you to come back. They're a deceptive person. They're liars, all of them. Liars, cheaters, snakes, fakes, and thieves. Okay. We're going to go with it, baby. So, I know who this is. Hey, bitch. This ain't the Nine of Cups and the Star Man, but hey, bitch. Because I know that's me. Capricorn, Sun, Virgo, Rising, bitch. Yeah, I even got a little Taurus in there, but it's not in a placement to where it's prevalent, per se. But I'm still in the upright, though. What? I know I'm squared. I know y'all are squared. See, we know that we're good. We're taking care of the damn thing. We're taking care of our business. We're taking care of our bills. We're trying to move up in life. I want to get the fuck out of here, you guys. And do you know that I've been looking at places, even though I don't have the money to do that right now, I am still looking. Fuck sitting here and being sad. Oh, I don't have this. And, oh, it's just so hard, and oh, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and oh, fuck all that. We're going out there, we're getting the bag. We're glowing up. The sun shines down upon us. Okay, because this might as well be me, because that just reminded me of that story time I told y'all about where the sun was so great it was making your girl sweat. Girl, I ain't even got nothing under my shit right here, girl. I'm straight nude, bitch. Okay. And the sun is shining down. We're blessed. We're too blessed to be stressed. Success is in on its way. And you know what? I know I'm flamboyant. I'm intense. I'm loud at times. I can be boyish at times. I don't care. I am feminine and masculine, just like the high priestess. Guys, don't deny those aspects of yourself. You know that you are destined for greatness. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let them back in. Do not listen to the sob stories. Do not listen to their bullshit ass excuses. If they're fake, they're fake. And I see now that we are receiving this abundance. We're stable. We may not be where we want to be when it comes to a living situation for those of you that are trying to move, but I will say this. The day will come, your day will come, as long as you make moves in silence. Period. With 3 T's. I'm looking at the way the spread is looking, right? And you know what? I'm going to show y'all. So take a look at this. He's looking at her. Somebody is watching us from behind. Pay attention to who's around you at all times. Because this person here, they look up to no good as it is. They're not real. They never were real. So we've turned our backs on idealizing these situations, these things that we may have felt like we couldn't get over. We're done. And this time it's final. We may have said we were done 1,000,001 times, but the 1,000,002nd time, that's it. Contract. Spiritual contract. Null and void. Okay? We're done. Stop watching. Stop trying to tear everybody else down. Don't let anybody else tear you down. Sometimes demons like to jump from person to person to person, people that you know, even the people that you watch. Right? I notice that sometimes. Trying to indoctrinate you in some way. Pushing their ideas on you. Pushing their perceptions of you on you when they're completely incorrect. Right? You're done. Somebody's trying to be sneaky. Straight up. And I can sense it. I can feel it. I don't give a damn what sign it is. It could be any sign, every sign. Right? Hell no. I wish somebody would come behind me. I wish you would, bitch. Girl, I tell you, be ready for an ass whooping of your motherfucking life, boy. Nope. Hell no. That got me fired up. Because what I can see here, the Four of Pentacles, like I said, we're done. That's it, dude. Everybody thinks that we're going to keep doing this back and forth shit. No, we've done the back and forth shit for years. No, if it didn't change now, it's not going to ever change. Period. If they don't have etiquette, they'll never have etiquette. Period. If they're dumb as fuck, they're going to always be dumb as fuck because they choose not to listen to other people's perspectives. They think they have it all figured out. You can't trust that. Or people who switch up in front of other people. You can't trust that. If you saw the truth before, you always saw it. So admit that to yourself. Don't beat yourself up over that because that's not why I'm saying. Accept that. My point is accept it and know that you had power then and you still have power now. And you are utilizing your power. You're closing it off. Some of you guys are closing bank accounts because maybe the bank lost some money or maybe somebody tried to do identity theft and it didn't work. There could be some government officials paying somebody off to be able to not be exposed because they're paying it off. It could be this is being close. Some of you guys are dealing with divorces, all these different things that you've been just wanting to be done with. You're done. And isn't that freeing to know that you were the one this time that said, I'm done. You didn't wait for them to discard you like you always did back in the past. You did it. You stood up for yourself. Be proud of yourself for that. And don't let those motherfuckers back in because they mean you no good. They don't deserve to be in your life. They deserve forgiveness because forgiveness is about yourself. And you set yourself free through said forgiveness. But I say this, I used to be the type of person that felt like, oh, I forgive you so you can be back in my life. No, bitch. No. You're done. Closed, bitch. Didn't I say canceled with a capital C? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. You know, I've had some people bring up certain things about the way that I speak. They hear my different voices because I'm a character, bitch. I'm being me. But me, myself, I am a character. I have a lot of energy. I've always been like this. I've always talked a lot, but I got straight A's though. You know what I'm saying? So my work and my business was always taken care of, but I'm always going to be me. I'm always going to be me. Yes, some people may miss the meek and, the shy, kind of insecure aspect of me, back in the day. But let me tell you something. I'm more evolved. I'm being myself. Don't allow anybody to make you feel bad for you being yourself, and don't let anybody guilt trip you when you decide to cut them bitches off. Me no conversate with the fakes. That part. All my bitches independent bitches. That part. I just want the paper. Right? Right. So, what I'm looking at here, there could even be a situation here where now, after dealing with all these different things within the family that broke us down, and dealing with all the losses, all the people that we walked away from, all the people that just cast us to the side after all the time that we spent, that energy, that effort. Now we are recovering. We are spiritually recovering. We are financially recovering. We are emotionally recovering. And the list goes on. We're making the necessary changes to do what we need to do for ourselves this time. People aren't liking that. They're desperate. But the angels still say the generational curse is broken. Right? It is. Because as you can see, we are now in recovery. There's been so much conflict that we've overcome. There's been so many challenges that we are finally working through, finding solutions for. So many changes are thrust upon us. And we're doing well with this energy. This is a test of your faith. Period, point blank. This says it all. The 9 alone tells me that we're almost out. I've been seeing a lot of 9. So 911 may be, a significant number for some of you guys. 99, 999, whatever. We are almost at the finish line. We just have to take that final step. And in us doing so, we will win. But there will be a lot of stress. Things may not work according to plan. But as long as you keep going, you have faith in yourself, faith in your higher power, or whatever it is that you believe in, and faith in the fact that things will be okay. Things will be better than okay, as long as we make it so. Knight of Pentacles reversed. A lot of earth energy, family references, money references, everything in the physical, you guys. All of these things are now starting to come to the surface. Everything is now up front and center at the forefront. The advice is not to allow yourself to rest on your laurels. Don't allow the stress to drain you. Find other ways to increase your energy or keep your vibration high, because these people are coming full force. They're desperate. They know it's over. Think of a demon. What does he do right before he knows he's about to die? He fights with all his might, even though he knows that it's futile. Don't let it get to you. Don't allow yourself to rest on your laurels. And I swear my alarm goes off every time. Damn. Come on. Really? Shut up. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was saying. We were in such a flow, damn phone. Don't allow yourself to sit in place with your thoughts or to sit, and stay stagnant. Sometimes we may grow bored of what it is that we have to do because it's every day, right? But the more we keep going, we reach the light at the end of the tunnel. We'll finally realize that it was all worth it. We must believe in ourselves, and I feel like this is more of a self thing. Believe in yourself. If you're feeling stuck right now, just remember, again, we have always had the power. Look who came back up again. I'm telling you. This person's really upset. They thought they had you. That's what it is. They thought that they had you. They thought that you would never leave. They thought that you would never do better without them. They're shocked. Like I said, these people will never change. They will always be stagnant, especially family members. If you've been holding on to them for the sake of them being blood at your own expense of your sanity and mental health, you need to stop it, because look at this. A lot of people are just throwing daggers at you, and you're pretending not to see it. Or maybe you've pretended once upon a time not to see it, but now that you do, we've reached a stalemate. Now they don't know what to do. As much force as they put behind their cutting words, we put equal force, but logically this time. No more emotion. No more being manipulated in that way. No more allowing people to dip into our pockets because they say that our pockets are fat. Or they're getting fat. We may have been stagnant for a long time. We may have been at a standstill while we were healing and recovering. Now, we're doing bad by our damn selves. Health, wealth, success, abundance, and happiness, baby. It's destiny. Have faith in this. Continue to have faith in yourself, because the people that doubted you, the naysayers, the haters, the people that always try to make you feel like shit for being human, the people that always try to make you feel like shit for this, make you feel like shit for that. That's all they know how to do. But when that stops working, what's left? Keep going. Entrepreneurs, whatever y'all are doing, keep going. Keep going. This is deep. Wow. Like, I'm feeling all of this while I'm saying this to y'all. Wow, bitch. Queen of Wands. Yes, girl. Sagittarius, Venus right here, y'all. Right? Confidence, B. The solar plexus is on fire, B. It's on fire. People don't like it. They can feel you coming a mile away. You know what I noticed the other day too? Everywhere I go, people can feel me and they don't like it. Even if I watch somebody live and I make a comment on their live and I'm commending them for their abilities and blah, 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 right? I know that they can feel me because some of them get irritated when I come in there, either because people are people in the chat are saying hi to me, or just I can feel this jealousy that doesn't need to be there. And that may sound cocky, but I feel it because I'm commending you. I'm saying, damn, okay, pretty, you're good. It's my first time here, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to be active, right? I'm trying to be part of things. But then I noticed that, or, they kind of, this flash of frustration and irritation crosses their face. I can see that shit. I can feel that shit. Even if they're smiling and they continue on with the message, I can feel it. I know they feel me. And I think they know that I know that they can feel me. If that makes sense. But people can take confidence as arrogance because they themselves have a distorted perception. They themselves view their own lives and their own selves as less than, which is an inferiority complex, right? So they take somebody with confidence, with talents, with this, with that, all these things that should be supported, especially if they're supposed to be a friend and not a frenemy. All these things will be threatening to them because they know that them within their own lives, they are incapable of doing what we do because they have chosen the path that they have chosen. We talk about choose and chose on this damn channel almost every reading, and I love it. Choose and motherfucking chose. Now they're mad because somebody else is, confident in themselves. Hell, I posted a sexy picture, I had my hair curly and, whatever. And, I was sitting like this. Y'all go on my Instagram and y'all can see it, right? I had somebody in this, in my community here. Goodness, I flicked the cards. That's crazy. Oh, we're going to pause. There's a reason I flicked them. But anyways, back to the point. So I had a picture of me, and it was more supposed to be something that's more sensual, something that is artsy, viewing the body as art. And I admit my booty was showing, but it wasn't like a, derogatory, look at my ass photo. No, I've always wanted to model. So to me, I can see the art behind it. So I posted it on my Facebook Live page, and somebody that, claimed to have been a fan of mine for a very long time. Matter of fact, she had been with me for a couple of years. And she made a comment that kind of struck me, and it made me feel bad. So I took them down because she was like, wow, I never thought that you would do something like this. I unsubscribed. Have some self-respect. First of all, you dumb bitch, I have respect for myself. There's nothing wrong with being confident in my body. I shouldn't be shamed for that. It's not like I'm putting up just straight pornographic material. There was nothing sexual about what I posted. There was nothing derogatory or whatever that, in what I posted. I was feeling sexy. And so your girl I expressed myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like all my page is just booty pictures, come on. So when people do things like that, right? People that are supposed to be down for you, they want you to be a certain way. Be you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with loving your body. Now, I'm not saying do pornographic stuff. I mean, that's taking it a little bit too far. Yeah. But if you want to, if you choose to post pictures of yourself or if you don't, there's nothing wrong with loving your body. There's nothing wrong with being confident. But you shouldn't tear somebody else down for that. You don't have to do it. If that's not something you would do, you don't have to do it. But you shouldn't tear somebody else down for choosing to do that. And you also shouldn't be judgmental for someone else doing that. Maybe you should see past your own asshole and see that other people can express art in their own ways. Maybe you should look past the surface next time, which I see a lot of people have a hard time doing, which is probably why they have a hard time stomaching me. I don't give a fuck. I'll rub it in your face that you're dumb and ignorant. Since you want to try and rub what I do in my face, I can do it too. But I'm going to do it with logic, right? I see somebody trying to message us. It could be definitely a fire sign here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, somebody is trying to message us, but they see, like I said, when the Hierophant was looking back at her, Somebody's trying to come back, or somebody's expecting us to come back. But when they see that we're not coming back, they're tripping. I also see that it's because of their immaturity. They're a little boy or a little girl. Apply it to your situation. Childish. They claim to want a relationship, but they don't have anything within themselves to be able to be a good man or woman to sustain a healthy relationship. There could be someone that is a fire sign that's hoping that we message them, or they want to, but they're fearful of reaching out because they know we're done. I also see us when it comes to school or learning new things that are coming up, especially when it comes to getting creative and putting ourselves out there. Like I said, entrepreneurs, if you guys are in the arts, performing arts, whatever it is, you're tapping into your passions, your creativity. And there may be some fear circulating around that. Push past those fears. Those are the fears that have been implanted by everybody around you, in your family, in your friendships, or your frenemyships, or relationships. Relationships and all these different things. People that are trying to cut you down, strangers even, saying dumb shit. Remember the story earlier? See how it's relative? Don't let other people's fears and insecurities get in the way. And do not let this person come back. They're really trying. And they may have found out that they were blocked, or they may have found out that, we're not the same person we used to be, and we're never going to be. I also see the Six of Pentacles reversed. See, and I love how these are looking together. Like they're looking at each other. Look, right? It's like a mother scolding a child. So here we are being a woman. We're confident. We're sexy. We cook. We clean. We pay our own bills. We do what we need to do. We take care of the children. But lo and behold, the person that we may have had children with, or, it could be somebody that we're simply looking at that may be younger than us, or somebody that acts younger than us that may have expressed that he wanted a relationship with you, or whoever. It could be vice versa with the genders. It doesn't matter. I'm just looking at the cards as it is. It's almost like she's telling him to stop writing or to shut the fuck up, but in a friendly way. It's like welcoming, and it's also a warning with her hand up like this to him is what it looks like to me. Somebody sees that we're sitting on our throne and we have many options that we may not have had before. Now all of a sudden somebody wants something that they can't have. Now all of a sudden somebody's trying to come back or say their piece. We're done. We're not listening to that shit anymore. There could be somebody that stays with their mother or has mommy issues, daddy issues. They may be interested in us, but no, we're good. We see that we're a queen and they're not even in the same motherfucking ballpark. We're not even in the same league. You're playing basketball and I'm playing baseball. Right? Nope. They see that we're not taking the initiative anymore. We're done. And they have no choice but to look at themselves and know that they fucked up. And all the shit that they may have talked behind everybody's back. Now everybody who was listening, everybody that believed the shit, now they're seeing. Now they're seeing the truth. Especially those dealing with child support. You guys are working through it. Somebody's owed some money for sure. Somebody's trying to slip out on that, or somebody, there's been a lot of relationships here where it's just been one-sided. We're moving on, you guys. And these people that we're moving on from, or have already moved on from, they gave us no choice. At some point we have to choose ourselves, because time and time again, they weren't choosing us when they were supposed to or when they should have. Now somebody's stuck, or we may have been stuck for a long time. Look, death reversed. Oh, Seven of Swords. We may have been staying with somebody that does nothing but lie, cheat, steal, connive. Didn't we just get through talking about somebody that's lying, cheating, and faking it, you know? Trying to be sneaky. They thought they got away with everything, but now they're looking back with regrets and shame while they see that we've moved on already. Somebody's sad and hopeless because we've moved on. They didn't expect us to move on. Hell, they may have even tried to engineer and manufacture a soul tie within us, you know, trying to be deceptive and all these different things, and not showing us who they truly were just to get us to stay in their lives. But now that we see we're releasing ourselves from the past, we're done. I keep feeling like everybody's looking out, you know, looking at us. Everybody's watching us. The lies are coming out, you guys. There's an earth sign that wants to message us. This is crazy. I don't even know why I'm shuffling it like that. Wow. Wow. This is crazy. This is too deep. Like everything that I'm saying, I swear, y'all. I wish I could tell y'all that this is on point, but this is too on point. Sometimes I'm like, ugh. That's why I go back and listen to this shit, because I'm just like, I think I need to hear it again. But guys, keep this up. I saw the King of Wands come back out again, and the Eight of Pentacles. And I noticed that the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands came out upright. So I do feel like we are moving on from people that we may have had a child with, or, you know, I feel like there's another person on our level, on our caliber, that we will come across now that we are in the stage of recovery. We are releasing this pain here. We are finally reaching a point of forgiveness, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us. So with that being said, there's no more bitterness weighing us down. There's no more anger and resentment blocking our hearts from being able to give and receive love once again, which is the frequency that we always need to stay on if we are to combat these dark energies. Wow. Okay. So this was upright earlier. I see new, you know, money's coming in. It looks like somebody may have, you know, said, hey, I need some money. And then, you know, somebody may have stolen it. I see a lot of references to abuse and just overall immaturity. That's where all this abuse was coming from. These people are just not developed. It's like their inner child, you know, they never gave love to their own inner child. Somebody knows they're blocked. They can't get access to you anymore. Maybe back in the past, we may have left that door open. Oh my God. But it ain't open no more, baby. You want to know why? Well, check it out. Five of Wands reversed and the Four of Wands. I love it. Beautiful. I mean, look. This says it all. If we're looking to move, if we're looking to, you know, move forward in some goals and just focus on what we need to focus on, you know, getting ourselves together, you know, getting ourselves more in the vibe of self-love. Good fortune is now coming our way. The generational curses are broken. They're broken. And everybody feels it. Some people don't want to live in the reality that may make them face, but we don't have to be bound anymore. Binding spells, using dolls, sending jinns, all these different things, it's over. For good. And the people that cast this upon us will receive it 100-fold. Period. But now we're no longer waiting to see it happen like we may have used to in the past. We no longer feel that feeling anymore. We no longer beat ourselves up anymore. So now we have all of this manifestation here of security, stability, new home, new job, new car, new relationship even. That brings all of this. You may have felt like you've been dealing with a string of bad luck, but now, finally, it's your turn. Everybody knows it. That's why they're fighting so hard. But the fact that you're not getting involved in the fight is exactly what they don't want you to do. Because then they have no more power, they have no more control over you. You're no longer letting them distract you from your goals. Queen of Chalices, Pisces, Moon in this bitch, Scorpio, Pluto. Look, I'm gonna keep calling out all my shit. Right? Yes, bitch. When I tell you the High Priestess already came out, now the Queen of Chalices is out. We decided, you know what, something's not feeling right about somebody, so I'm gonna go ahead and cancel them with a capital C. Didn't we just get to talk about that? Right? I'm telling you. Love. We're no longer blocked. Our heart, our solar, and our sacral chakras are no longer blocked. Guys, I started noticing when I was out and about that there were a lot of red cars, orange cars, yellow cars, and green cars. And I was like, you don't normally see those colors on the road. You know what I mean? Most of the time, you just have these generic white, tan, gray, whatever. But not necessarily those colors, especially orange and yellow, right? I was seeing a lot of that today, and I was just like, wow, this is confirmation. Matter of fact, I saw all the colors out, but I'm just saying those were prominent. Using music, using colors, using, painting, using writing, whatever medium you use to express yourself creatively, there's a code in all of it. Trust your intuition. You know what you see. There could be some canceled trips here. Or maybe someone's returning home from a trip. Things may have been feeling like, they're incomplete. Things are left unsaid. Things are left undone. We're waiting for closure. But we finally realized that the closure that we were seeking from other people to give us, really, we didn't need them and don't need them. The closure comes from within. And we found that. We're finding that. And they know it. I see Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus as well, where, especially Taurus, there's so much Earth references where somebody's really they're not happy. They're not happy that we switched up on them. They thought we were predictable. They thought they could fuck with our heads. They thought we would still cry over them. And they thought that we would be down and out. But nope. They thought we would never move on from them. We would never be with somebody else. Oh, they feel it. They know it's coming. They may have seen it in dreams, bitch. They'll never understand you. These people that, they'll never understand you. This person's not healed. There's somebody that's not healed here. There could be a situation where we're moving in with somebody. Maybe we're getting a roommate and we find that helps us kind of get back on our feet. It helps us save. It helps us, financially. We're finally able to do all the things that we dreamed of doing, all the things that we've been wanting so desperately to do, but we've been too distracted to do, or, maybe we didn't have the means to do it because of the simple fact that we were allowing all of these other people to stop our shine. I mean, that about sums it the fuck up. I swear I haven't been doing any clarifiers lately. Girl, and on that note, your girl has to smoke. Because what? Girl, what? I've been feeling that so hard lately. I've been feeling C-SPAN. I've been feeling irrelevant. I've been feeling fraudulent. I've been feeling, thirsty. I've been feeling all these people that want me to come running back like I always have. And I haven't and will not. I will never go back to you. You didn't value me when you had me, so it's a little too motherfucking late for all of that. Ain't no reset button. This is not a PlayStation, baby. Play with your PlayStation. Don't play with me, bitch, because no, there's no respawn, bitch. You can't respawn. This ain't GTA, right? We're done. We're done. Doesn't it feel good? It's like weight literally, you could feel the weight literally lift from your damn shoulders. You could feel the weight lifting off of your heart. You could feel all these attachments in your solar chakra making you all insecure and doubtful and fearful. You could feel that being sucked out. And that's why I played that song, Illumination. I'll touch it up a little bit tonight or at some point, and we'll hear the finish. I might just play it again tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. I really like that song. Illumination, just like the sun card. We're free. No more tears. No more pain. No more confusion. No more doubt. No more feeling alone. No more hiding. No more running. No more fuck boys and fuck bitches. You know what I'm saying? Just no more to it all. Wow. Yes, Combination Package, I do. Oh, I was supposed to link y'all my SoundCloud. Okay, you guys. So, I think this is all my tracks, right? Yeah. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so let me make sure this is the list. No, it's not. Hold on. There we go. Girl. Okay, you guys. So you guys can go check out my music here. Do please leave a like, follow me. And on that note, you guys, I need to get back to work for a client. Guys, keep in mind, leave likes, comments, and share these videos so we can get these messages out. And until next time, I should be back tomorrow at the same time. So stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.